Hey guys, and welcome back to My name is Chad.
Not really.
Last week we took a break, kind of a break, but not really, and now we're back to watching TikToks. Yay! Storytimes have been an internet genre for a while now. I want to say they were popularized in like the mid-2010s, like 2014 to 2015, and they weren't great back then either. So I figured, why don't we check up on the storytellers, except on TikTok and in the year of our Lord 2021, and just see how things are going for them. Are they still dramatizing every life event for internet clout? Are they still having intercourse with toothbrushes? There's only one way to find out. And unfortunately, it's by watching more stinky TikToks. And they are stinky, very stinky, which is why it's so good that this video is sponsored by Scentbird. Summer is over, and while the leaves are starting to change, it's also time to change your signature scent. I like a lighter scent in the warm weather just because I don't want anything too overwhelming. But when it starts to get colder, I want something that goes along better with sweaters and platform Doc Martens, because that is the extent of my fall wardrobe. I know, I'm very original. I struggle with buying things, even clothes, without being sure that I'm going to absolutely love it. So if you're anything like me, Scentbird could be the perfect solution for trying out top designer scents without having to commit to the price of a full-size bottle. They're a flexible monthly subscription, so you can find the perfect fragrance for the next season change with over 600 brands to shop from. If you aren't sure where to start, Scentbird offers a quick quiz that'll help you choose a scent based on your preferences and your past purchases. Like I said though, it is flexible, so if you want to skip a month, you can, with no penalties or anything. This month, Scentbird sent me 3 fragrances. They all smell amazing and sent me into like a fall hyperdrive, but this one is my absolute favorite. I've worn it every single day since I got it, even when I'm just gonna be at home, because it smells that good. This one is called Rebecca Minkoff Blush. I'm not sure how to describe it, but this one just smells clean. This one is called Power Suit, and it's stronger than this one, but at first scent, you can pick up on the coconut and sandalwood mix, and then at the end, you can pick up on the floral and the fruit, so it's kind of a spicy sweet. This last one reminds me of Morning Time. It's called Exhale, and it's got jasmine and rose water that's got a really fresh scent, so kind of like a colder morning after it just rained. You can choose from fragrances like these, including a lot of unisex options each month for just $16. You get a 30-day supply in each container, and you can upgrade it to get 2 or 3 products per month if that's your preference. But with my code, you can get your first month for only $11. Just use the code CHAD to claim it. Scentbird is also now available in Canada, so don't miss out and use code CHAD to claim your first month with 30% off. Thank you so much to Scentbird for sponsoring today, and let's get back to the video.
November last year, I gave birth to our first baby. It's the first in my family and the 6th in my husband's family.
Firstly, if you're not aware, a lot of TikTok story times are basically just substitutes for music or voiceovers now. I'm not sure what visual I want while you're telling me a story about how your boyfriend's mother's grandfather's sister's ex-boyfriend's son cheated on you, but I don't think watching slime makers have a very poor grasp on color theory is one of them.
We told my mother-in-law we were having a boy, but she was still convinced it was a girl. She told the whole side of the family that it was a girl. I wanted a healthy baby. I didn't give a damn about the sex.
What was that noise? It sounded like somebody getting jabbed in the stomach, or like that blowfish video.
I didn't give a damn about the sex. She told them that we were naming the girl after her mom, which we will never do because my hubby hates his grandma.
Can we get a story time on that? How did he develop a hate for his grandma? Did she get you the root beer candies instead of the Werther's? The story's told by the grandma, and she's just making slime with denture glue and mashing Werther's candies into it.
The problem, for them at least, is that now the baby has plenty of girl clothes that we plan on putting on our son, specifically for his family video calls and for pictures with them. She said we have to stop being childish. She just thought my belly shape was more like a girl than for a boy.
How can you tell that from the outside of a pregnant belly? Actually, you know what? I would prefer if it was that way, because then we could do away with wildfires. I mean, gender reveal parties. All right, everyone ready? Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh my God, it's Smokey the Bear. Oh, congratulations. I knew it was gonna be a Smokey Bear. Oh.
Story time on how my mom tried to convince me to have a threesome with her.
Story time on how my mom should be in prison.
So after I got out of work, I met my mom and we went lingerie shopping. That's what she specifically wanted to get. So we were at the store and the first thing she said was, "Let's get matching sets," which was weird coming from my mom.
Yeah. Yes, it was weird. I'm glad we can agree on that.
But I said, fine, come back for part 2.
I'm not sure what's worse, the fact that you agreed to get matching sets of lingerie with your mom, or that you didn't use the 3-minute option. If you drag something out into 3, 4, 51 parts, I won't watch it, okay? You don't deserve my eyes. Except for now, because I am gonna have to watch this for content, but still, fuck you. So I had to find another slime channel because I was scrolling for years on the other one and couldn't find the second part. I just want to take back anything negative I might have said about the last person slime, because this is... What is this?
Like I said, it was really awkward coming from my mom because I've always been close with my mom, but never that close.
I like how they're trying to explain that this was weird because they weren't that close with their mom and not because it was, you know, their fucking mom.
My mom called me downstairs 10 minutes after. She said, "So you know there was a reason why I wanted to buy matching sets with you. And let's call her boyfriend Brian." She said, "Well, Brian gave me a really good idea." And then she said these words, "Let's have a threesome."
Okay guys, I feel like I should repeat what's probably in the title of this video somehow. People make these up for clout, so the chances of this being something that actually happened are at like 2.5% if we're being generous. I just don't want some people in the comments to try and explain to me that these aren't real. I know I just have a stupid, poopy woman brain, but I do know when I sit here and poke holes in the plot lines of these, it's not because I think they're real. It's because if I sat here and just told you that these aren't real over and over again, I don't think it would be that interesting of a video.
My mom tried to convince me.
That's not real.
And we went lingerie shopping.
This is a fake story.
Let's have a threesome.
This never happened.
I was speechless. And she said, "I know it sounds crazy now."
Stop adding things to the slime. It is unusable at this point. This slime single-handedly caused global warming. They don't use acid anymore. They just fill a vat with this stuff and it gives people superpowers. It made the Teenage Mutant Slimy Turtles slimy man.
And then Brian jumped in and said, "It's not an actual threesome. What we really want is for you to watch us. But we want you to wear your mom's same lingerie."
Oh, thank God. I thought it was gonna be something creepy. They tell their mom no and that it's weird. And the mom goes, "You know what? Now that you said something, this is really weird." And then they break up with Brian. Thank God, because he seemed to be a pretty bad influence. Okay, on to the next one.
Lucifer was a baby born in 2020 and most of his life seemed normal, except one thing which was unexplainable. Every time Lucifer's dad came near him, he would immediately start crying.
It might be because you named him Lucifer, like the synonym for Satan. I like how a lot of these TikToks have to have something flashing on the screen or in the caption, like 100% real, true story, this actually happened. Like, okay, I maybe would have believed you, but now it just feels like you're a salesman trying to sell me a car that used to be owned by a 17-year-old boy. Never been in a single accident. One accident minus one is how many accidents this one has had. That dent is from cleaning the car too hard, if you can believe it. Did I mention it's never been in any accidents?
At first, no one thought much of it until it continued every single day. And the craziest part is that Lucifer loved being around his mom. The doctors ran multiple tests on Lucifer but couldn't quite find the problem until this particular doctor stepped up and decided to run tests on Lucifer's dad instead. And it's what he found next that will leave you speechless. Hit the plus for part 2.
Oh my God, that's so weird. Better watch part 2 to figure out what happened. Oh wait, there is no part 2. It doesn't exist. I didn't think it was possible for me to be more disappointed, but here we are. Based on the way a lot of these videos go, I'm going to assume that the dad wasn't actually his dad and was really a serial killer who used the face machine from Mission Impossible to steal his identity, okay? And then when they went to the doctor and ran blood tests, they realized that it wasn't actually the baby's father. And then Tom Cruise emerges from the skin suit and turns into a mummy, starts a war of worlds on top of a gun. I don't know, I didn't see any of the movies.
This is why you should always keep your phone charged. A girl named Marissa came home from school at around 3 p.m. She walked in the door and told her mom that some random number kept calling her all day. Her mom told her the person may have the wrong number and just to ignore it. Marissa said okay and begins to do her homework. A couple hours later, she receives a phone call from the same number. Marissa answers it this time and says, "Hello?" The man then says, "We finally found you. Don't worry, Bunny."
Bunny? It's Candace Stone. Speaking of that show, I think season 3 comes out October 15th. So just don't be surprised if I don't upload or interact with social media during that week. I'm just kidding. It's not going to take me a week to watch that.
Marissa begins to panic and tells her mom what just happened. Her mom yells and says, "Grab your stuff, we need to leave." Marissa, confused, packs her things and gets into the red car. Her mom begins driving fast and turns on the radio. The radio says, "The baby named Marissa who was kidnapped in the hospital 10 years ago has been found and police are searching for a red car." Marissa looks at the woman and says, "Who are you?" The woman looks back and says, "You can call me mommy."
But the baby was named Marissa. And so she was still going by Marissa? The woman who kidnapped the baby didn't think to change the name of the child she stole? Why did it take them so long to find her if she was still under the same name and attending school with the same name? What I'm getting from this is that her birth family hired the worst detective alive. Can we circle back to the intro of this video? What does this have to do with keeping our phones charged?
This is why you should always keep your phone charged.
So that we don't get kidnapped as a newborn babe? I feel like there's not much we can do about it at that point. Someone stole our baby! What? But she's only a day old! Wait, hold on. Hello?
Goo goo gaga, goo goo ga.
Oh,
Goo
thank
goo
God.
goo. Gaga, goo 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 gaga.
Okay, she said they were in a red car heading eastbound on 23rd Street. Oh my
Goo
God.
goo gaga. Gaga goo.
Of course. What did she say? She also says BYOB. Huh? Bring your own boob. She's starving. I think that's gonna do it for today, guys. Not because I'm out of TikTok story times, because they never end, because it is 4 a.m. I've heard sleep is good for you, so I think I'm gonna try that out. Thank you for subscribing, and if you are still here, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you clicking on my video out of all the videos that are on here, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.